the deal about Indiana. That area that they say the stadium will be, it's a golf course, it's a swamp, it's old steel mill, it's a garbage dump.
It's Indiana, pretty much. You could have just stopped it there and said it's Indiana. You didn't have to put everything about the dump. I mean, that is Indiana, a dump. It's Chicago's toilet.
Yeah, we yelling at the screen every Sunday night. Talk slick through the remote, we just want it right. Front office tripping, man, they can't get it right. Whole city heated, but we still gon' fight. We talking Bulls trade, biz draft, missed calls, club slump, soft rebuild. We seen it all. Yeah, we loud, yeah, we gritty. I'm a little frustrated, but I still love my city. Yeah, north side, south side, west, we united.
The other team I've been talking
Really?
about lately, pissing me off.
Man, it was 4-4 last I checked, and I don't have the heart to see they can't add to the double digits. Let's not no. You go ahead and handle that. You handle that segment. I'm gonna stay in my lane. That's what I'm gonna do.
So about the Bears, the one team that Chicago's happy with right now. They start OTAs begin officially on Monday, June 1st. Q, before we even get into that, we got another offseason with a phantom, ghost, soft tissue injury from a skilled player. What makes you more mad? These guys keep getting hurt on their off time, or the Bears not giving us any type of clarity on what the nature of these injuries are.
It's even. Kyler Gordon is one of my favorite current Bears. It's to the point where a decision has to be made on him. Your best ability is your availability. How often have we had Kyler available during his tenure with the Bears? Even before he had this soft tissue injury, I believe it was his rookie year when he had was it a broken wrist that cost him 6 weeks? So I don't think Kyler Gordon has made it through an entire season in his career, and we're going into year number 5 for him.
And been paid already. So this will be the first year of his extension, if I'm not mistaken, right? So
Yeah, he got his extension last training camp.
and he's got 3 more years on that extension? Like, come on, bro. And he's never healthy. You already said, very important season. The Bears didn't improve their defensive pass rush because they are banking on coverage sacks. They are banking on being able to cover guys for long periods of time. You can't do that if your slot corner, which I'm going to step out on a limb here, our nickel corner is our most important corner.
I think a Dennis Allen scheme, yeah. I think Dennis Allen's scheme, you can see that the nickel corner is just involved. I mean, he singled out Kyler Gordon in his initial press conference. So scheme-wise, Kyler Gordon was very important to not only run supports, to exotic blitz packages, and to our coverage schemes. So no, you're not understating the importance of Kyler Gordon. I think he's a very important player. And because of that, because he's not available, you're getting to the crossroads of you got to decide if you want to move on, because you can't pay him and have another nickel corner. You can't pay him for 4 or 5 games. You're going to have to invest slot corner. That nickel spot has become so significant in the modern NFL that it's not just a backup corner. Like, 90s, early 2000s, it was a guy that was on the field 30% of the time. Now that guy's on the field 70% of the time, sometimes every snap, because some teams' nickel corners move outside in base 4-3 package. So you're looking at a player that you're probably going to have to spend major draft capital on. Can't have Kyler Gordon and spend major draft capital on a guy who's going to be his backup.
Not only the lack of an improved defensive rush and Kyler being hurt, the one thing that's been lost in that is he is a very good blitzer. If we don't have him out there, we are down 2 spots, actually, because that is an increased quarterback pressure and as a decrease in being able to coverage the other team's nickel. But I'm going to zig a little bit. The team doing that thing again like it did last year with Jalen Johnson, not giving full clarity on the nature of his injuries and where they're coming from. It just leads you down the path and say, you know what, this guy's going to be out for a while again, isn't he? And again, important season coming up. We cannot deal with that. But going into Monday, the start of OTAs, Q, keeping with the tone of this being a very important offseason, is this so important that even in a non-mandatory OTA, 100% attendance is required?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think if you want to stay on Brother Ben Johnson's good side, and you want to go to his Juneteenth party that he's hosting, you should be. What are you laughing at? If you want to go to Ben Johnson's Juneteenth party that he's hosting,
You talking about Brandon Johnson? You meant Brandon Johnson, the mayor, right?
him
Not the
too.
head coach, Ben. Okay, all right.
So wait a minute. If Ben Johnson invites you to his Juneteenth party, are you not showing up?
I at the end, I might show up at the end of the party. You know, they should. If the party goes to 11, I'm gonna show up at 10:45. Just see.
What's wrong with Ben Johnson hosting a Juneteenth party?
Nothing's wrong with him hosting a Juneteenth party. It's me showing up on time to the Juneteenth party. Because for one, it's a Juneteenth party. You're not supposed to be on time. That's
Okay.
just it's a part of the black law. You never was there on time. Two, if I'm there early, it means that I was the only party I was going to. Can't do that. I'll show
Yeah.
up late.
So no issue with Ben Johnson hosting Juneteenth party, right?
Freedom's for everybody.
Freedom is for everybody. And I hope it remains for everybody. And I hope that a certain administration doesn't strip us of that. I like being free.
Fingers crossed. Never know.
But yeah, I think if you want to attend Ben Johnson's Juneteenth party, you should have yourself an OTAs. If you want to maintain yourself getting reps, you should be in OTAs. We heard Ben Johnson last year when Luther Burden had some soft tissue injuries that he incurred early in the offseason program. Ben was very blunt. He said, well, you can't get reps in the real games if you're not in the offseason working. So this is one of those things where it may not be exactly mandatory, but it's mandatory.
Cubs just went up 7-4.
I was
7-4.
bold today, and I actually laid some money on them. I think they were plus 105 or plus 110. I laid some money on the money line. And my logic had nothing to do with where they're going to win this baseball game. My logic was they can't possibly lose another baseball game, right? They can't lose 11 in a row, right?
The pitching matchup was in the Cubs' favor, but that doesn't mean much because they've had a lot of ones in their favor and they still lost. But as of right now, they are holding a 3-run lead in the top of the 7th. I will take it.
Was I delusional to believe that Jordan Wicks was going to win yesterday? Was I delusional?
Yes. Well, you're not the only one. Craig Counsell was delusional because he started him. So, I mean, and he got his ass beat immediately. Speaking of getting their ass beat immediately, so Josh Jacobs.
Good one. Good transition.
The biggest news this week in the NFC North is our ops. I think you said it best. They can't beat anybody on the field, so they're doing it off the field.
Choking in the wild card round and choking people in real life. That is what the Packers do. Criminal team.
But it might not just be the team that's a bunch of criminals. It could just be also the whole county. Because you heard Josh Jacobs, he was released from jail without any charges. They gave him a felony and 4 Missy Elliott's. And they just say, you know what? There's no charges here. How do you charge them with all that and then let them go the next day? I don't know how that works, but they said they need more evidence. Buy or sell, Q. Are you happy that he's been released to his own recognizance so that he is on the field allegedly for week 5?
I'm tired of the Packers' excuses. Put the little felon on the field. I don't want him to beat any more women. There's a special place for hell for people that prey on the weak, people that prey on children, people that prey on women. And if Josh Jacobs indeed did do that, he belongs in hell. And I hope that he gets his ass beat too, because I don't approve of anybody putting their hands on children or women, but I don't approve of the Packers having excuses. So hopefully Josh Jacobs lives in solitude. No women come and bother him, or he's not able to bother women. Or you know what, Josh? If you can't keep your hands off women, come to Chicago, come to the hood, touch one of these women with 4 brothers, and then wait for that switch to hit you. And I ain't talking about that switch that you get off the tree. So, yeah, but I hope Mike is on the field too. I think we need all the Packers so that they have none of the excuses that they were offering up from both losses. Because we just heard all the Micah wasn't here, Christian Watson, his body just was regenerated, and You hit Jordan Love late, even though Jordan Love put his helmet down and ran into Austin Booker, said, I'm just tired of Packers fans' their excuses. So I hope they have all of their players, their entire roster, their entire coaching staff. I hope they're there for week 5 and for Christmas. And if the Packers make it back to the playoffs and get the privilege of getting beat by us again, I hope they're healthy again. As healthy as any team can be at that time of the year.
Cubs up 9-4. Cash. That's the alleged woman in the incident. Now we don't know if that's her. We know that he was dating her, and we know that Caleb was with her for a hot moment. In any case, Cash is a let's just say she's an entrepreneur.
I like that.
Is that a good term? Yeah,
an entrepreneur.
Yeah, she works for herself. Other news around the Bears and their ops. Brian Flores is his lawsuit. The Supreme Court, they've been in the news a lot lately. They told the NFL they're not going to hear that lawsuit. So it goes back down to a lower court, which is a big win for Brian Flores. And he actually added another complaint to that lawsuit too this week, which he's saying that the NFL has been retaliating against him, which is why he hasn't got a job since suing the league. Q, buy or sell. Brian Flores, head coach, any other time in his career.
Man, I think he's deserving of a head coaching position, in my opinion. The Dolphins were a winner under him. I think he had a over 500 record with them. I think Brian Flores is deserving of a head coaching job. I don't think he'll get one though again.
You remember when Colin Kaepernick was suing the league?
Yeah.
And everybody wanted.
I think Flores will remain in the league though. He won't be treated like Colin Kaepernick, but I don't think he'll be the head coach of an NFL team anymore. He'll remain a player coordinator.
That's the one thing we could take from the Colin Kaepernick thing, at least for us. Colin Kaepernick, he got his money. So he got what he needed out of the league. But for us, we wanted Colin Kaepernick to stand 10 toes with it and take it all the way to trial. Shout out to Mr. Biggs. He didn't, but the one thing that is going to come from it, they're not going to blackball anybody, at least that publicly ever again. So you're right. I think Brian Flores will remain in the league for this point. However, head coach, that's out of there. No, he gonna get paid though. He gonna get this money because now with this ruling, discovery and subpoenas are starting to fly. The NFL is gonna say, okay, let's find your number. Here's a blank check. Write the number. We're not giving you no emails, bro. We're not giving you these cell phones, bro. Just write the number on a piece of paper and let's go. Let's get this out of here. Same thing they did for Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, he's going to remain one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid defensive coordinator in the game, and he's going to remain a defensive coordinator. But yeah, I don't think we'll see Brian Flores head coach anytime soon.
Never again. All right, Q. We are getting close. One of our more recent episodes, we talked about May 31st being the line of the sand for the Bears and Springfield. That's Sunday. There has been no resolution on this projects bill to get the Bears what they need to start putting shovels in the ground at Arlington Heights. Are you over this now? Are you just like, fuck it, go to Indiana, bro? Or
I'm so tired
of
reading about this. I'm so tired of, apparently there was a rift between our great mayor, Brandon Johnson, and our governor, Pritzker. I guess Brandon was making a last-ditch effort to keep the Bears in the city. I don't think that was realistic. I don't know any plot of land big enough to support an NFL team in Chicago. I saw somebody throw about, please don't tell me you're going to say Ford City.
That's a big enough plot of land. But no, I was talking about the old hospital. What was it? The Michael Reese Hospital? That they was trying to give the Bears at first.
I don't know if Michael Reese has enough acres to fully support a stadium with an adequate parking lot. That's the thing.
You're right. It has enough for a stadium. It doesn't have enough for what the Bears want. And I will give you this though. It has better egress and ingress than what they currently have at Soldier Field. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the issue with Soldier Field is that traffic is all, destroyed over there on Bears Gate. Michael Reese is a little bit better in that situation. So move is a step in the right direction, but
Arlington Heights has 300 plus acres of land that the Bears own, right? And I want to say Michael Reese, that site was less than 100 acres. You're really trying to squeeze it, trying to make that a modern day NFL stadium. I mean, artist renditions of a Bears stadium in the South Loop and in the city, they're absolutely beautiful, but I don't know if they're necessarily obtainable. So yeah, I'm over it. I don't think the Bears really want to go to Indiana.
Good segue. So if Monday morning comes and there's no deal, you think the Bears are gone? You think they go to Indiana?
I don't think they're gone. No, I don't think they want to
So
be
you,
Indiana. So did this bill for the infrastructure? Didn't this go down to Springfield? This went to the House, right?
yeah,
And
it's in the Senate, I believe.
okay,
All right, so this will be the last step before it gets to Pritzker's desk. I mean, they're still going back and forth on certain things. You know, the taxpayers are going to have to eat a lot of money. Like they said, it's going to be like $1.5 billion over the life of this deal.
I
Which
read something
which
about
would
them
be
trying to give a tax credit or something to homeowners in Arlington Heights. Is that what I read?
well, it couldn't just be to Arlington Heights because it had to be to the county,
Right.
and because of this is county money. If you're just giving tax breaks to Arlington Heights, and then it would have to be a lot more. And I don't know if you ever been to the racetrack out there.
No, I haven't.
I don't. The more we talk about this, the more I feel like this is not even going to work in Arlington Heights. Which the because I went out there a long time ago. I've seen the
Where the
track.
hell are the Bears going to play if it's not going to be Arlington Heights then?
So here's the thing. Let's stay with that one. Arlington Heights. The racetrack is not in the downtown area. It's in the suburb. It's a legit suburbs. Across the street, you got houses, nice houses. One of the problems that they were having with the holdup right now, the Bears didn't do a traffic study. They didn't do a noise study and all that stuff because this is the suburbs. You know, people are used to shit being quiet. People are used to not having a bunch of traffic, right? And the Bears didn't do none of that, doing that legwork.
Well, you're going to be traffic. It's not
Yeah,
going to be
they,
quiet on
they,
Sundays.
they did not come. They did not come to the table with all the necessary information that you need to, grease palms with, right? So that's one thing. Second thing, the deal about Indiana, that area that they say the stadium will be. It's a golf course. It's a swamp. It's old steel mill. It's a garbage dump.
It's Indiana, pretty much. You could have just stopped it there and said it's Indiana. You didn't have to put everything about the dump. I mean, that is Indiana, a dump. It's Chicago's toilet.
We understood all this the second they said they're going over there. We're like, okay, it's gross, but okay, fine. That's where you want to be, cool. And then you brought it up, Brandon Johnson going down there and slowing the stuff up some more. We're trying to get a last-ditch effort to get
Oh, he showed
Chicago
his
back
ass
in the
down
game.
there.
Now, I thought he was just playing politics. He was just trying to make it seem like it ain't gonna be on him that Chicago loses the Bears. But the more I think about it is, I don't think Arlington Heights and I don't think Indiana are really got a real solid hold on the Bears like this. And you said it. You said it. Monday comes. They ain't got an agreement. You don't think they're going anywhere. So it was all a bluff anyway. I think
And and
Chicago's
and,
still in
and to
this.
be honest, when I heard Brandon Johnson speak, I know he gets a lot of pushback in Chicago. He gets a lot of blame for things that are out of his control in Chicago. He made a lot of sense with why the Bears should remain in the city. He made a lot of sense and why he wouldn't want to let them go.
He's actually trying to fight for the Bears to stay in Chicago. He called Chicago, quote, the state's economic engine.
He's right.
You can't even argue that. That's facts. He said him and Pritzker are seeing these things differently because, quote, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not the heir of billions of dollars. I'm a working class brother that was teaching middle school a handful of years ago. The real struggle that I experienced, the governor and I had different upbringings. He doesn't know what it's like to open up a refrigerator and it ain't have no food in it. He doesn't know what it's like to have a long orange extension cord from our window to our neighbor's window to keep the electricity flowing. And these are bars.
Yeah. He also talked about it generate thousands of jobs, approximately 8.1 billion in income for the city and a broader region. I mean, and one of his points was he's the mayor of the city of Chicago. Arlington Heights is not the city of Chicago, so why would he sign off on a deal while he's mayor to move that team out? And he talks
Mm-hmm.
about the job opportunities, the jobs for youth in the inner city. So I mean, it's a tough thing for me because Arlington Heights, I can envision that being a beautiful stadium, a modern stadium that can host a Super Bowl, host so many other things. And I've seen the renditions for Arlington Heights. Who would not want that? And for me, I hate that traffic along the lakefront. That's a selfish thing for me. And I think 294 might be able to handle traffic a little bit better, and it might be better parking accommodations. But I understand where brother Brandon Johnson is coming from with keeping the Bears in the city. I understand why he's fighting it though. That's something for the city. Arlington Heights, that's not even one of those suburbs where if you are from there, you can still claim the city. If you're from Arlington Heights, you're from Arlington Heights. We're gonna give Dalton, Harvey, Riverdale, we'll give them a pass. I give Evanston a pass
What about
because you
Oak
can
Park?
slide right down Howard.
No, 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 no,
First,
no,
time out.
no,
You're
no,
not gonna do my people as a person
no.
who spent time inside the city and south suburbs and was born in Evanston Hospital. You're not gonna do my people like that. I don't think you ever lived on Rogers
No,
Park and understood that you could walk down Howard and you could be in the city and you could be in Evanston within seconds.
I know that. I've been over. I've spent a lot of time over there. I've never lived over there, but I tell you this much: if there ain't no Lakeshore Drive, there's no Chicago. That's it.
Lakeshore Drive is a couple minutes east, man.
That's it. That's it.
Lakeshore
If it
Drive,
ain't no,
Lakeshore Drive goes through Evanston.
that's a different street. It's not Lakeshore no more. Not Lakeshore. No disrespect to Evanston, but you Evanston. You're not Chicago.
So what
Parker
about my
Press.
Riverdale Harvey brothers though? My Dalton brothers though.
All right. If we're gonna hand out G passes, I give Riverdale. I give Dalton. I give let's see, Blue
Cal
Island,
Park.
Cal Park, Evergreen.
My law for giving a pass is if your streets are Chicago streets, and if I can walk up that street and be in the city, like Halsted, Pulaski. Arlington Heights ain't got no Halsted. They ain't got no Pulaski. They don't have no
No,
Western over there.
no.
Ain't no Yates, ain't no Phillips, ain't none of them. You can't walk from Arlington Heights to the city. I could be on Halsted in Riverdale at the gas station on 138th. I go across the bridge, I'll be in the city. I can be in Kyle Park and be at the Harrods on 127th Halsted and cross the street and I'm in the city.
Right,
So, they on an
right.
intersection of the city. I can do that. Dalton got a lot of unique street names. They
In
Cottage
high
Grove
school.
ain't the city's Cottage Grove. It's not like you could keep going up that
Right.
Cottage Grove and you can't go up their King Drive and end up on a real King Drive. So
It's
Dalton, I don't
Chicago
know.
Road.
Right. It's Chicago Road.
But
It's
we
got
know it's King
Chicago in
Drive.
it.
But we know it's
But
King Drive.
your streets got to be where I can literally walk up them and be in a city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, I got a lot of memories at the White Castle. Not all of them fond. I'm gonna tell you
No.
what. I'm gonna tell you what. If you was
None
a
of them good.
teenager in the south suburbs and you was sliding to all them little clubs on Sibley and you had any ops out there, if you don't be at that
They
White
catch you
Castle,
there.
not unless you had the
It
ups
get
on them or
active.
you had the numbers, because you got caught at that White Castle, somebody could really get down on you. And it wasn't easy escaping out that White Castle.
No, it's a big lot, bro. No, you can't get out of there. You get boxed in, it's over. It's over. Shoot, man, you just took me back, man. Secrets. What was that motherfucker across the
Bi-level,
street? Yeah,
Mr.
bi-level.
Ricky's, Secrets, Mr.
Man,
Ricky's, Bi-level.
I remember Jaguar. I remember the 50 was across the street from Secrets.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, that was some good days.
Gen Z will never understand how it was to be outside in the 2000s. I don't know if you
Man.
remember this one that they had. It came and went so fast for the Joe River Center.
Yeah. What they got there, I think it's just vacant now, right?
It's just
Man, they
vacant.
didn't do,
It's a beggars
they didn't do
around there,
nothing
but
with
the
that.
Joe River Center was like a big empty gymnasium
Yeah,
to
we
dance and get
had
your
juke
juke
parties.
on. Yeah, and
It
to
was,
get out of control and fight with security. You had Adriana's on Dixie.
man,
There was some south suburbs. The south suburbs had it for the club
Club O.
days. Club O, Skybox, Red Diamond. The south suburbs had some. It from in them 2000s, about 2015. They had some clubs out there.
Yeah, he did. But why be talking about being a youngin' outside? Brandon Johnson, he down south talking about the Bears. Should he be doing something about these team takeovers?
Man, these are crazy. Man, all my listeners, I'm sure y'all got teenagers. Where are your teenagers at right now? It is 8:09 p.m. Please, my biggest fear this summer is getting rolled by some teenagers. Well, my business. Hey, them teenagers putting belt to ass. They beating shit out there. Them teenagers ain't playing. If I get beat up by a bunch of 140-pound stick figures that can't even bench 135 pounds, I'm gonna have to take the whole summer off. But I don't know if you seen them videos. Them little kids beating shit out there. They
I
putting
seen
belt
it. I seen it.
and they quick. They probably musty because they ain't taking no showers when they out of school. They in the same pants every day, the same shirt, and they're rolling hundreds deep.
I don't.
I pray I
Yeah,
don't get beat up. I saw a security guard getting beat up on one of those videos. It was like 13 of them. It looked like a pack of hyenas beating Mufasa. Or so- Remember when the hyenas jumped guard in the Lion King?
yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely concerned. I'm not worried about how many teams, 140-pound teams, does it take for you to get on foot action and bail out and start running?
That's a good
And
question. That's a good
I'm
question.
sure one ain't gonna do that. We talking about
No,
unarmed teams.
I'm slinging that. Now, one, I'm pick him up by his little
Two,
bird chest and throw his ass.
I'm sure you still standing your ground. You standing your
No,
ground
I
with
will
two,
whoop
right?
too. I'm whooping too.
Three, it gets a little risky because now you're involving your blind side. Where do you draw
Yeah.
the line and you bail out? How many?
Shit, man. 5.
5?
5. If they can get around me like that, no, I gotta go.
Ain't nothing you can do if they circle you. That's why I say 3 get a little risky because now you got one that could be at your blind side, at your back. But the problem is I don't have the endurance I had. I don't know if I can get away from them. But then again, I don't think these teens are like teens when we were teens. They're too busy
They
doing
definitely
lean
not.
and popping pills. I might be able to get away.
No, they not. They not built like that.
I seen a
They not.
19 year
They
old.
def.
I seen a 19-year-old with a dad bod, with a full beer belly. What have you been drinking?
Hey, it looks worse because they wear them little ass pants with the with the cuts in them. So
That's
and the
another
little
point. You're
shirts.
right.
So
So if I see 4, I'm running. I'm not worried about them catching me. You're right. They got the little bitty jeans that are, at the back of their hamstrings. They ain't catching me.
mhm.
And they probably
we
got on
seen
UGG boots too. I'm not here to judge. Rock how you rock, but go Spurs.
No, man, we can't have the Spurs win, man.
You're right. Wemby's gonna have a fistful of rings anyways. Got to
Got
stop
to
him as
delay him
many
as
times.
long as we can.
Go
Delay him
Knicks.
as long as we can.
There's
There we
nothing
go.
left. I see. You're a former Knicks fan, but do you know how obnoxious New York City is gonna be if they
It's
win a
so
title?
funny, right? But yes, it's the
Do you
obnoxious
realize
is
how
at an
obnoxious?
all time high.
Be careful what you're asking for. Do you realize how obnoxious New Yorkers are going to be if somebody gives them a basketball ring? They already think they're the
Uh,
mecca of basketball. Be careful what you
I'll
ask for.
I'll put
You might be going
it
from
like
one
this.
villain. You might be going from one villain to a super villain, just like in the MCU days. But the MCU was great.
But you're not lying. I mean, but that's how we do in sports nowadays. We love you one day and then we hate you the next. So everybody was cool with OKC last year. Now no one likes them anymore, and they live by Canadian. And we don't like Canada people no more. Shout out to Drake. And then you got Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs. I don't have nothing against Wemby, but I'm tired of the Wemby agenda. I'm tired of the Wemby media is forcing him down our throats. No Diddy. And I'm tired of everything he doing so precious, so cute. He's gonna win enough. I don't need him to start winning now. And then you got New York over here. New York. That's America. I'll take that. And then we can hate him again next year.
But one good thing about the Knicks winning is they won't win again for another 40 years. It's a one-off thing.
Facts.
They'll be humble next year. I understand. I like Wemby. I do. But somebody walked up to me the other day and said, Wemby is the greatest basketball player they've ever seen.
It's enough, man. I'm tired of it. It's enough. I'd rather see a bunch of bing bong videos.
That's what you're going to get for the entire summer until the Jets and Giants show up on the field and piss them off again.
So if the Knicks win the championship and they flood the streets with all their bing bong energy, this is what we do. Brandon Johnson, I'm going to help you out. We'll campaign for the Bears to come back to Chicago if you can in some way figure out a way to navigate all these team takeovers to New York. So once the Knicks win, they'll have all these chaos in the streets. We'll send our chaos in the streets to there, and then boom. Let
Please
the
don't tease me
winner
with a
take
good
them.
time. That is a great plan. Do you want to run for mayor?
You know what? This is my platform. My platform is to get rid of the team takeovers, bring the Bears back to the South Side. And the reason why you should vote for me, I won't be a mayor that I have a mohawk.
You got my vote already. You had me at sending the teams to a Knicks parade. Now they don't get to re-enter the city, right?
No, the winner has to go fight in Iran.
We send all the teams. Listen, I have 2 teams. I'm willing to send them to New York.
That's a good idea.
If Chicago would be
that.
team free, this would be the most beautiful city in the world. Get rid of the teams.
It was better. It was better while they were still babies. While the Cubs are winning right now, we're going to take credit for this because we did an episode and the Cubs started winning. So the Cubs are 1-0 after today. The Bears will be 1-0 in 107 days. Bear down.
Bear down.
Appreciate you tapping into this latest episode from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Don't matter if you was watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with everybody on the block, and hit the notification bell so you never miss none of our daily drops. And to all the guys from the shy, we say 3 things. Bear down, fly the W, and sell the team, Jerry.
If they win a title, we shut down the store.